live? Oh, there we go. We're live. Yes,
Yay.
We're live. It has the red dot. You know, it always does this spinny thing for some reason. And I always like to wait until it's, there we are. We're done spinning. Hey, everybody. I am Susan Farmer, and I'm with my awesome friend, Alexis Love.
Hello.
Who reads tarot?
I'm waiting over here.
Who reads tarot cards? And we were talking earlier this week because I was asking her for some information about a class I'm doing, and I wanted to know how the tarot paralleled with astrology in certain ways. And we were on the phone call, and we were like, hey, let's just come together and try, you know, putting the astrology, the energies of the planets and what's out there in the universe, and see what synchronicities come together with her beautiful tarot cards. But I'm going to warn you, and you say whatever you want. We have no plan.
Yeah, this is totally on the fly. I've never even done a live before.
Oh,
this is
God.
my first time.
Congratulations. Welcome to the live. I've had a phrase going through my mind that I probably shouldn't say. Welcome to the fun of a live. Whatever. So we tried to say, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to speak to? We tried to make a plan, and we decided let's just not make a plan. Let's really see if the synchronicities fly. And then we'll decide after if we really want to do this again or quickly delete the live video. So
we'll see if you see it.
Yeah. It may not be here. Anyway, so I think our plan, the part we did plan was she's going to pull cards, and then we're going to see if the energies astrologically combine, or what's the word I'm looking for? Mesh, make sense.
Yeah, so I'll just do a cold reading. I'll just pull some cards and speak to the energies and whatever that reminds Susan of astrologically or what's going on with the transits. Then we'll combine them and see if there's any good advice we can give or just what energies to expect. And
so we're doing kind of a collective reading, right?
Collective reading for everybody. So a little more general, but hopefully helpful.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little healing, or at least funny.
Oh my goodness, what time is it? The full moon peaks in 20 minutes, I think.
Shoot.
So this is actually perfect timing.
Woo!
Okay. So what you guys know I'm stuck in my astrology brain. So when it kind of explain this to me, are you going to pull one card and then speak to it? And then I'll talk, or how do you just?
I think I'm gonna go. Roll. I'm just gonna go with 3 cards. I just shuffled these babies up, so I'll do 3 cards and the bottom of the deck, and I'll just start talking, and then you just jump in.
I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh well. Okay. Well then I'll
you
give
just
you
kind
an
of look
opportunity.
At me.
Yeah.
Be like, go. Can you talk now? Okay. Sweet.
All right, well, I'll just pull the first card. All right, so we don't have a camera set up to show you the spread, so I'm just going to show you the card. Perfect. So the first one, I don't even know what card this is. You're going to see with me. Oh, look at that. We've got 10 of Pentacles. This is awesome.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So you just know the cards.
I've just learned the cards.
You're going to hear all my questions. I'm going to be like, how did you know that? But why does it mean that? Okay.
Well, this is perfect for us today because this is like somebody putting on a show and speaking to the masses and having wisdom to share, which I don't know that I have that much wisdom to share, but I know Susan does.
You absolutely do.
It also speaks to legacy and money and, earth energy.
Oh,
really strong.
Pentacles is earth, right?
Yeah, okay. Pentacles is earth. It's sometimes called coins. And this would really be like the positive side of the earth energies. And it's a long time coming. So there could be things in your life right now that you've been working on, putting so much energy into, and feeling like, when is it ever going to like culminate into something? When am I going to notice? When am I going to see the changes? Like if you're trying to lose weight and you're working out and you're eating right and you're like, nothing's happening. Well, today you would notice that change. With this,
that's really cool.
Maybe not today, but in this general time frame, you would notice a change. You would start to see those investments take off, or your weight's coming down, or whatever, your house is getting built. This speaks a lot to like the family home and that too. So things are happening and you can tell, and people are reaching out to you, and you're getting your congratulations and that sort of thing. So the next card is, we've got the...
So I'm going to jump in right there.
Yeah,
So it's
please
kind
do.
of like what you've been working on, like really putting time and effort into, is now coming to fruition.
Yes.
So to speak. Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
yes. And some of you could be getting inheritances, insurance payouts. It can speak to like getting a lump sum of money too, like that sort of thing. So
let's do that one.
Yeah. Maybe business is finally picking up after COVID, you know what I mean? So
that's awesome. Yeah.
So our next card is the Knight of Cups reversed, and look at him, he's so cute. He's so happy and romantic.
I'm like,
here, you can look at
I'm like
him
a
now.
little kid. Oh, so it's reversed. So
yeah, so it's reversed. I'll show him upright too, because
okay, cool.
I do read reversals, but I don't put a ton of stock into. It just goes into the energy.
Okay.
So with the Knight of
That makes
Cups
sense.
reversed, I would say, you know what? We're actually, and I can speak to this personally, we're having some developments in our romantic life, whether that's good or bad. I think maybe some fears and some roadblocks are being addressed, and things are getting talked about. Your history together is getting like looked over, and what are the choices that we made to get to this point. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but the Knight of Cups is a romantic guy. He likes love letters and love songs and romantic comedies and that sort of thing. But with him reversed, he's still very, very
Skeptical? Positive, but skeptical.
But add that skepticism in, like, I love what I'm doing, or I love this person, but I'm having doubts. And so now is a great time with Mercury retrograde, right?
Right.
To go
I was talking to you
within,
about that.
to go within, and really, are these doubts just fears, or are they bona fide? Like, I need to make a decision. So
That's cool. So would you put them together and say, okay, so now it's looking like something you've been building through time, really working on in a relationship or in a romantic way, is coming up to be looked at? Is
yes,
that, you would put those two together
exactly.
like that? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so
Okay.
putting them together. So I would say that if it is romantic, it would be with a partner you've had for a while, or somebody you've been, in relationship, or, I mean, it can vary on the spectrum of how serious it is. If you've just been messaging for a while, or if you've been married, or just dating.
So what is it
your
like
own
when you're
personal
speaking
decision.
to the 10 of Pentacles? Sorry, like
No, that's good.
this is people get tired of all my questions, but I love you guys anyway.
I love them.
So is it because you're talking like it's been building for a long time? It's been, so how long? You're saying for a while, messaging, like, and now I'm going to say to you, what's long?
If you go by, like, if you're learning tarot and you say, well, the pentacles represent years, but not everybody's been in a 10-year relationship. So
Okay.
I like to say,
So it's something
just
you've really
something,
been
it's a
building.
person, if it's a person, you've known them for a while. Whether that's a couple of months or a couple of years or a lifetime, is subjective, but it's somebody that you get who they are, like maybe you're learning something new about them. Maybe there's this new side of them with this Knight of Cups, or actually you're seeing their immaturities come out. Maybe you're seeing your own immaturities come out, because Knight of Cups reversed can be kind of immature. A Knight is a younger energy.
Wow.
So also on the business side, let's put it there. On the business side, say you're making some money on a new business. Say you're finally putting things together on something new, something you've had in your mind for a long time. You're putting it into action, and you're finally getting like a return. So there's so many different ways. That's why for me, general readings are a little bit hard. But
Right, because there's so many ways. That's the same.
yeah,
with
there's so many
astrology.
ways they can go.
Right.
So I'm just trying to give lots of different examples. But really, these two cards together are super positive. We're talking about love and money, and let's pull another card.
We have a message from Trish. Hi, Trish. And she says,
Oh,
goodness,
Trish.
2 of my fave ladies. So glad I caught this.
Hey, hi, Trish.
We're glad you caught this too. Next time you'll be here with us.
I'm so glad. Oh, I love Trish. Oh,
Yeah, we both said it at the same time. I love Trish.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, so I already have some astrological ideas, but I'm waiting for the 3rd card.
Okay, we'll get the
The
third
first
card.
card I would have gone somewhere, but I think that's kind of what it is, right? It comes
Yeah,
out
unfolds.
through. And by the way, just so you guys know, when you watch this, we're going to put this spread out somewhere pretty.
Yeah.
And take a picture of it and put it in the comments. So, Trish says, yes, I would love that. That would be so
Yay.
cool.
Ah, perfect. Okay, so
Oh.
you gotta love the tarot. It throws us a little curveball. Whoops, here we go. We've got the 5 of Swords here. Sometimes the 5 of Swords can speak to feeling defeated. It can speak to a power struggle. Swords are really about mental energy and maybe negative thought processes and that sort of thing. But with the 5 of Swords, really nobody's winning. As you can see, like this guy has, sorry, part of my lack of a manicure as well. This guy, he's holding the swords and the other guy's walking away, but like it's kind of like, how does he feel about that? Did he forcefully take those swords? Did he rightfully win? It doesn't really look like it from their expressions. And again, we'll post that picture so you guys can study. If you are into symbolism, you can study that and see how it speaks to you too. But honestly, if this was a romantic situation, I would see some type of negative energy coming to a head. And I have to do a 4th card real quick. So we're going to do bottom of the deck.
Okay.
We've got another
Cool.
knight here. This is a Knight of Pentacles.
Okay.
And so I would see energy coming to a head. Maybe you guys had a pretty big blowout, but you were able to solve it. And with this Knight of Pentacles, that's longevity again. So I'm not seeing endings. I'm seeing rough times, but there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of history there, and things are going to work out and be okay. And there's a lot of doubts, and I feel like our thought processes, whether it's romantic, business, general, with our kids, our thought processes are maybe a little obsessive, like you said in your Leo Moon video.
That's exactly, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, she's talking about my video.
That's right. I didn't even know until now.
Yeah.
But obsessive thoughts, it's just how do you handle them? So the energies will support you in bringing out these shadow sides and working through them so that they're not shadows anymore.
That's
That's what
really
I've got.
cool. So do you want to take this back to the business one as well?
Oh, sure. Yeah, so
or are you like,
business-wise,
don't say that live?
oh, I don't mind.
Okay. Just to give people like more ideas. And
Yeah.
before we do that, I'll just, like it was so interesting watching it because when you pulled the first card, I'm thinking, well, that's a real Capricornian energy.
Yes.
You build and build and build. And we've had this handoff to Aquarius, right? And we have felt like, oh, we're going somewhere. Oh, we're moving.
Oh.
We've kind of romanticized our life to some degree, thinking we're really moving into this new transition. And then you hit the 5 of Swords, and it's like, yeah, you're really not. And that's okay. It's that Mercury retrograde. It's kind of confused right now, and we just really don't know. But then I'm seeing this 4th one but if you really ground and have faith and hope, then it will come. You
Yes.
will be able to see it. And I'm going to say astrologically, you're probably not going to be able to see it till the end of February, beginning of Marchish, just because of some things. There are planets hidden behind the sun in February. There's a lot of planets in that Aquarius where we've kind of romanticized this new future coming for all of us. And they're in there with the sun. So when planets come in with the sun and pass it or get really close to it, it goes into the sun's energies and it's hidden. So what that means is those planets' energies, what's really going on with them, we don't really know. And that's
Yeah.
what's happening through like the 15th or so, plus the Mercury retrograde. But I love this last card because it's saying, if you just stay true to you, follow your processes, understand these energies are out there and you don't really know. And yeah, the obsessive part, understanding.
Oh, yeah. This is totally could be a mercurial card. The
Really?
swords are very mercurial. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Well, awesome. So that's how I'm reading it, just
love
in a general way. So I love how those synchronicities came up. So go to your business one now.
So perfect.
This
And
is
so
awesome.
before I mention that, I just want to say these knights, like I said, are younger energy, and this pentacle is saying exactly what Susan said. Keep at it. Keep going. Don't let these negative energies or these trip ups or obsessive thoughts or fears, insecurities get in your way. Have them, acknowledge them, and move through them. That would be the advice of this, because you have a great foundation. You have so much to work for. You have so much to bring to your family, to your people, whatever it is. So in business, I would say keep going, because I think especially in business, and just from my own personal experience, is it's so easy to get tripped up and to think, well, this is hard, like
Yeah.
I don't know if I can keep going. But the truth is if you keep going, this knight is saying, like the knight in the traditional tarot, this is the Muka tarot, and we'll we can put that when we post the picture too, if you
Okay,
guys like
cool.
this deck. He's planting his crops.
Oh,
And so
okay.
he plants his crops, he tends to
Okay.
them, and then he harvests them. So you have to wait. There's time involved. There's steps involved. So step by step. So if you're in business and you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a step by step.
So
And-
would you say I told you I'd
please
interrupt
do.
you.
I love it.
Would you say like business/goal, like
Yeah.
business/any goal? Because usually too, when you're hitting a Mercury retrograde, which it's going retro on Saturday, like it's hitting the backwards phase.
Okay.
So you're getting the more information phase. That is a time when you're re-looking at things, reorganizing, redoing plans. It's also a time when business tends to slow down. So at least I've talked to some astrologers. I'm nervous for this. I'm going to watch it this time. So people in my line of work say it hits the retrograde phase and all of a sudden they're not getting booked. And then it ends and boom, boom, boom. So it's like you just keep going. You just keep working. You just keep taking those steps. Maybe look at some of your plans a little different way. See if you want to change it up a bit. But go back to plans that you had already made. I wouldn't really say make new plans, would you, on those parts?
No, I would say stick with what you already have, because
Okay.
Mercury retrograde, let's read the cards backwards.
I'm going to ask you a relationship question too.
Oh,
Should I ask you
perfect.
before or?
Sure.
So I'm looking at the Five of Swords, and when you talked about, so one person's walking away, and I can't. Can you see the other person's face,
Yeah, they both actually
or is his back turned?
I thought his back was turned. In the traditional tarot it is, but in this one he's looking down. So he's forward facing, but sorry, I keep doing that. But he's looking down.
Okay.
Both of them have a somber look, kind of a defeatist
Yeah, like
energy.
so. I have talked to people. A lot of I always, whenever things are going hard in people's lives, I get messages or
Yeah.
phone calls, which is awesome because I get to study you through astrology. And so it almost looks like on that is if it, in a relationship way, is one person deciding to walk away.
Yes, that could totally be. One person is feeling like they can't get over the pain of the past, or
Right.
the loss of, there might be a loss of love, or a loss of feelings, or they're feeling like, this could speak to just a hump in the relationship too, where they're like, I might need to walk away if this issue doesn't get fixed. And then if the partner isn't willing to fix it, then they sadly, brokenheartedly would walk away. But if the partner is like, okay, I'm open to doing the work that it takes to tend to this crop so that we can have the future. I'll figure this out. The future that is possible. Then no, this would just be a temporary energy.
Okay.
But I feel like this is a number 5, and 5s are transitions. So if you can get through the transition, it'd be best not to make any decisions, just like Mercury retro. Don't make any solid decisions until later. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I
just
love
let
how
it
yeah.
let it
Go ahead.
simmer, let it marinate, I don't know why I said that. But
No,
you know what
love
I mean.
I gotta say, and hi, Shalise.
Shalise, hey, girl.
Mwah. We love you both.
I love you.
when we started this, I was like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Like,
I know, me
she's
too.
so beautifully speaking to this, and I don't know what's coming next. Like with astrology, I know the energies, I can tap into them, I can feel what's around, and so I'm very confident with that. So I love this because it pushed me, and I was like, oh God, what's coming next?
That's how I
Like,
feel.
if
Oh
I
my
say
God.
anything, it could be wrong, right? That's how I felt. If I say something, it could be wrong. So it really pushed me to get through that, and I love how it just all came to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
We've thought about doing readings, like maybe for every sign. We
Yeah.
both think like that would be a huge thing, a huge task. So if it's something you'd like, we've thought about doing a reading for every sign, like once a month or something, and how fun that would be to know the energy and put the tarot with it.
Yeah.
If that's something you'd be interested in, seriously comment, because I thought this was awesome. And I love how you read. Like, if you guys know me, I'm not a huge. I do astrology, right? I love
Yeah.
astrology, and I look at those energies and I can feel those energies. But when I need a tarot reading or I need more information, this girl does it. Like,
Oh.
and I'm always like, "Ugh." And she speaks to, a lot of times I'm like, I don't understand that. But within a month, I understand it.
Yeah, that's the that's the fun. Sometimes the energies
Yeah.
haven't like come to fruition yet. They're just
Right.
well, like you said with the planets, you can't see what's happening. It's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and you're like, "Oh, this was what she was talking about." Or it just happened and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, yeah." So it just depends on your personal
Right.
how you run energy personally.
We're all so different. Let's see, Trish said, that would be great. You two are so powerful. Oh, yeah, and if you're sitting right here,
Yeah, come on. Right in the middle.
you can pop up.
I love it.
I do too. Okay, are you good? I loved this. I thought
Me
this was
too.
super
That was
fun.
so
We
fun.
were both pretty nervous.
Well,
So-
I do want to ask with
Okay.
Trish and Shalise on here, is there anything else we can answer through the tarot and astrology, or something that you feel like was missing, or did I start on something and didn't finish, or?
I love that. I'm feeling like pull one more card. That's what
Okay.
I'm
Let's
feeling.
do it.
Like, okay, so say we've got through the Mercury retrograde and we decided to work on it or keep going with our goal, and can you do a long term, like, okay, long term, or is that even something you can do?
No.
And
let's
you
do it.
guys throw your stuff out there too.
Okay, so I always knock on my cards.
Oh yeah, you did that downstairs. I'm like, what is she doing?
My sweet friend, I saw her do that once, just one time, and I asked her why she was doing it, and she said it clears the energy, and then you just blow it away. And ever since, I've just done it, and I feel weird if I don't do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So-
Oh, Trisha's saying I would love one more card.
Yay! Okay, I put the other cards back. I took a picture of them so that I can make a pretty picture for them later. And I put all the cards back, and we're going to pull one more card. Let's see here. I have a hard time with just one more because I always want to read the bottom of the deck, so it might
We'll
be
do it. Yeah. Because I was going to say, too, like, I feel with Trish, maybe that's 2 more cards.
Yeah.
We're just going to stay on here all day.
Yeah, all day. It's our new full-time, 24 hours.
Until they come rebuild the house. Yeah, I get out.
Our children are starving.
We're those old ladies where they're about to, sorry, we get off on our crazy stuff. Oh, shit. And they're about to hit they're about to break it down, and we're still in here. Hey.
So true. So I see somebody mentioned about mantras, and I do think that is so incredibly powerful. You can actually pull a tarot card, meditate on the energy, and come up with your own personal mantra, or you can do any type of mudras or mulas.
That's cool. I did not. I love that question.
So it goes
Thank you.
together perfect, honestly. And it can strengthen the energy and help the cards. This is the 8 of Wands reversed, and I'll speak to that. But the mantras can strengthen the energy to really pinpoint what you're reading about. So you can super zoom in on the energy. And then the bottom of the deck, look at this, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. You have to say it like that.
The Wheel of Fortune.
So these 2 cards together, I love that this is reversed actually, because it's slow. I'm so backwards right now. It slows the energy down. The 8 of Wands is a very fast energy. It's overwhelming. It's almost like in your face out of nowhere.
Okay.
Once you...
So what does that mean with the cards we already had?
So what that means is you, especially with that Five of Swords, I feel like you might have been confronted with an energy, with a situation in your life that kind of, you felt like either it came out of nowhere or you thought you already dealt with it, and here it is again.
Okay.
Another layer to the onion. But you know what, with the...
Damn those onions.
They make you cry.
Why are they here?
They make me cry.
I love onions.
I do too, they're
Put them in
delicious.
everything. I guess I like those.
I just like to cry, so no. So with the Wheel of Fortune, that speaks to fate, karma, things that are in motion, and also an upswing in luck. So whatever you're going through now, whatever you're working through now, whatever comes up out of the blue, you can handle it, and you will handle it, and it will come out even better than you can imagine. The advice of these two cards is to try not to think too much.
Oh boy, we have obsessive energy going on.
Yes, the obsessive energy.
That's kind of past. It's today. So we'll get to the point of that. Like, I felt like for me, and we talked about this, the full moon video that I put out and the obsessive and maybe the emotions, I felt like for me that popped yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I had a rough morning and then boom, I was good to go the rest of the day. And
Same.
you kind of said that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So hopefully you guys are on the other side of it as well. And if that's whether it's the case or not, just know that whatever rough energy, transitional energy, it's ending. Like, this weekend should be much more peaceful than the week was. And take the time. Say if business is slowing down, or you're having a lull in your relationship, or just things aren't happening, that's, in my opinion, that's the universe saying, relax.
Take a breathe.
Take a breather. Chant some
do the
mantras.
I love that. I didn't know that.
Really, like,
Trish,
take
you
the
too?
time.
Sorry.
You too?
So yours peaked yesterday morning too. I love energy. I just love it.
And since we're all like kind of in the same soul group,
Yeah,
it feels like we're
absolutely.
always flowing together, and that's so, we need that. That's so comforting. And
Yes.
so, anyways, this is really positive. And also that whatever you're waiting on happening that hasn't happened yet, much like that energy I was speaking to earlier, like you feel like you've been putting in so much work and nothing's happening, it's gonna happen. Just give it a few more days, a few more weeks, and bam, you'll be there, and it'll be better than you could even have imagined or that you even planned for, because it's like fate is coming in to meet up with destiny and create those. Do you know, like, I feel like I need to say this and then I'll stop talking.
Okay.
But like, destiny is...
Because I have a question too, so when you're done,
good.
say it and I'll ask you.
Okay, perfect.
This is really fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I totally am, and the fact that the camera's on is just better. But this could be like one of our wine conversations.
Yes.
Anyone want to join us?
I'll never shut up. So I feel like destiny is like what we're literally destined for. Like, it's what we came here to, and like to do, a part of our life purpose. And there's these destined situations that pop up, and fate is like our karma that we create as we go along toward our destiny. And so I feel like what this is saying is that we're living out the fate toward our next destined situation. I don't know if that made any sense, but I felt like I needed to say it.
It does to me.
So everything
Maybe you're
that's
reading
happening
me.
is meant to be. Not as a platitude, but I mean really.
Right.
So,
No,
that's all.
you know, I subscribe to that thought process. So I just want to say, like, I feel like I want to ask you, because you said it will work out, it will all be good. I want to throw a caveat on there and make sure
Yes.
you're good with that. Like,
Okay.
that doesn't
I love it.
necessarily mean if you're in a relationship and you're fighting and you keep going, it's going to work out.
Right.
To me, what it means is like whatever's the best. Like, if someone literally is walking away and just done, or, I mean, can you say that with that, or would you say no? Would you say
in
no?
fact,
That's not.
This is why I love Susan, because she brings the real. Say your relationship is ending and you do choose to move on after giving it some time. Excuse me.
Okay. Do you want some water? Do you want to drink out of my cup? Oh, you have water. There we go. We'll both.
So, pardon me. So, say that's the case, or not just a relationship, but any hard situation you decide to walk away from. That really is the best decision. If that's what you feel, like, the way that I see it is something's meant to happen if that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's
Right?
That's how I do too.
So
I've had a lot of people just text or whatever and say their relationship ended or big fight or whatever, or like triggers coming up. So this really fits with both
yeah,
scenarios. But what I've been telling people is no, if you feel to walk away, do it. And
yeah,
whatever will happen. But I just wanted to jump in there and say it doesn't necessarily mean that relationship's coming back and it's working out
Right.
if you decide to walk away, or they do.
And say, so I'll to back up what I said and bring the real to it is, if you do decide to move on, to move forward, then it's moving forward. It's not staying stuck. And
Right.
sure, you will have a period of heartbreak. That Five of Swords energy may come up really strong, but you still have love with that Knight of Cups, your own love, the love of your friends
Self-love.
and your kids.
Oh gosh.
And, yeah.
So is that other people's love
Yeah,
or
it could
your
be
self-love?
Just love.
Just
your
love.
self-love especially.
Okay.
Yeah. But tap into all the love available to you, again, with the meditations. And I love how they talked about the mantras because
yeah.
it really opens up that energy, like bandwidth for you where you can bring it in and actually feel it. But even if you do go through like what feels like the hardest time, and I'm sitting here saying, don't worry, it's all
gonna work out. It will.
Yeah.
And we're not taking away from your pain.
Try exactly. And in fact, I'll be the first one to cry with you and hug you and give you lots of love. So situations will end up coming to fruition that couldn't have had you stayed in the situation that was causing you pain. So the pain is temporary. We're always, what do they say? It's always darkest before the dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that right?
I'm not very
the
good
dawn
at
and the
stuff
dusk
like that.
confused.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, though. The
Yeah.
dawn.
The dawn, that's the morning, right?
In the morning. It's darkest before the morning comes.
Yes. So don't fret, and I'm sending you so much love if you'd like to receive it.
Yeah, I love that. That's so.
Or fret,
What
actually.
a
If you need to
beautiful-
fret. I mean,
You know I'm gonna go
Fret
there,
like
right?
crazy.
If you want to fret, go in your bedroom and fret.
don't deny
Yeah,
yourself.
you-
It's a feeling.
Yeah.
Like
Feel the obsessive feelings. Feel the love feelings. Feel that pain. Feel that sorrow. Because if you choose to walk away from your goal, your business, your relationship, whatever, there's going to be pain there, regardless of
Yeah.
what happens after. But I love how the cards were just supporting the foundation of you're going to be happy. It's okay. And you couldn't have made this change in yourself if you wouldn't have followed that gut feeling in you to walk away or have a really deep triggering conversation. Like there's both. It doesn't necessarily mean relationships are ending. It could mean you're having just a conversation that's uncomfortable and you're willing to face it. So you're following that gut instinct and beautiful.
it'll make positive changes.
Well,
Doesn't
I
mean it's
loved
easy.
this. No,
but it's positive.
God, is life ever easy?
No.
Oh, I'm just coming
No.
to that conclusion. So then when I'm like, God, it's a shitty day, I'm like, well, it's all of them.
Right.
It's just,
And when it is easy,
like
I
that.
don't seem to I'm not.
We're
being
not
grateful
as
enough or
cognizant.
something. I don't
we
know.
are absolutely not as cognizant as the easy things that go really well for us as we are those hard.
Yeah, so true. It's
But,
always
I mean,
in hindsight that I'm like,
it's
oh,
life.
that wasn't so bad actually.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you guys like this, please, I loved this. I almost would prefer to do this instead of go through the signs.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
We'll talk
and I
off
love
camera.
having our
I
friends
know.
involved
Beautiful
and
people.
that's so much fun. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Follow my page so you know when we're going live. We're both going to post this on our YouTubes as well. And we will let you know. I'm doing readings. Go to my webpage at astrologyandsoul.com or susanjensenfarmer.com. I would love to do that right now. Lexi isn't doing personal readings right now. She is generously giving us her energy in these lives. And when she changes that, we will notify you on one of these.
Definitely. But I did reactivate my pages. So
She
you
did.
can at least find me online now.
Yay. Okay. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day and good luck with the full moon and the Mercury retrograde and whatever your swords are.
Good luck.
And then your Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of
comes back
Fortune.
for you. I didn't watch it, clearly. She did. Okay, love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.